In December of 2011, some 200 persons gathered to celebrate the African American Methodist Heritage Center, 10 years of efforts to preserve, protect, and promote the rich history of African American and Methodism. The African American Methodist Heritage Center is the realization of a dream of leaders of Black Methodists for church renewal, that there be a means of recovering, preserving, and promoting the history of African Americans in Methodism. It is a place, it is people, it is a residence for tangible evidence of our legacy. Many African Americans have impacted American Methodism over the centuries. We are proud of those persons who, by their ministries, contributed to the richness that is the story of African Americans in Methodism. Numbered among them are Episcopal leaders, people such as Bishop James Thomas, Bishop Edsel Ammons, and Bishop Leontine Kelly. There are laypersons and clergy who have made significant contributions to the church and society. You recognize the gifted preacher Harry Hosier and the great educator Dr. Mary McLeod Bethune. Where would Methodism be without the great hymns of Dr. Charles Albert Tindley? Mrs. Linda McCord provided creative leadership to the United Methodist Black College Fund. Today, there are approximately 400,000 African Americans in the United Methodist Church, 2,200 traditionally African American congregations. They represent a long and honorable journey of people of faith with a deep heritage in the Methodist tradition. The African American Methodist Heritage Center's mission statement declares that the center is to preserve, protect, and promote the rich history of African Americans in Methodism. One of our prize acquisitions is a 100-year-old book donated by the wife of Reverend Irving Lockman, who pastored in the Baltimore-Washington Conference. It is through such generosity that we are able to build our collection. The state-of-the-art facilities at the General Commission on Archives and History at Drew University enable us to do just that. The board of directors consists of 21 laymen and women in clergy, academia, and retirees. The greatest challenge has been to find younger persons under 40 years of age interested in working with this ministry. Engaging in the enterprise as partners has become a more effective and more contagious way to expand the outreach of the center. One of the earliest partnerships resulted from the agreement between the Heritage Center and the General Commission on Archives and History. In addition to being the repository for the center's collection, the Commission's building also houses the center's offices. Because we believe that the historically Black colleges are key places to help tell the story, the center has been intentional about seeking partnerships with those institutions. Currently in process are partnerships with Dillard and Kaufman universities and with Gammon Theological Seminary. It is our goal to establish such partnerships with all of our African American institutions. The Heritage Center's mission also challenges us to continue to research. In October of 2011, Dr. James Shopfire, a board member, convened a consultation of academians to explore the research needed to help recover the missing aspects of the history of African Americans in Methodism. It is anticipated that this will lead to new writings and other partnership relationships. The World Methodist Council is another partnership relationship. In addition to the staging of an exposition at the Council's Lake Junaluska headquarters, 2 board members and attendants at the 2011 session in South Africa made valuable links with African American representatives in the Pan-Methodist connection. We have developed and sponsored local church workshops in 4 of the 5 jurisdictions of the church. In the fall of 2012, we will produce one in the Western jurisdiction. These workshops afford an opportunity for local church leaders to develop skills in writing local church histories, preserving artifacts, memorabilia, and sharing their story throughout the community. Another interesting project was to republish the out-of-print work of John Graham, Black United Methodist Retrospect and Prospect. Originally published over 30 years ago, it is an easy-to-read history of African Americans in the Methodist Church. The Heritage Center seeks to partner with United Methodist Foundation to establish an endowment fund that would help to support this ministry into the future. The center has created a foundation committee to enable us to work towards the goal of setting up an endowment fund. Our initial goal is to find 100 donors at $1,000 each. In order to accomplish this, we need partners in many forms. Most local congregations do not have means for creating a secure historical collection. Schools and other institutions likewise need to prioritize their rich history. We encourage you to share with the Heritage Center your local church or institution history, memorabilia, pictures, and documents. May 2013 is an opportunity for the church to recognize the contributions of African Americans to Methodism. Heritage Sunday is the time when the whole church remembers the legacy of those who journeyed before us. You are encouraged to contact the Heritage Center for resources to help your local congregation to celebrate the contributions of African Americans to Methodism. The African American Methodist Heritage Center recognizes the diversity of legacies that come together in the United Methodist Church. The dream of full appreciation of the diversity becomes more real as we cherish and celebrate who we are. We must continue to work together as partners in ministry, committed to being the one people of God. Remember, until lions have their historians, tales of the hunt shall always glorify the hunter.